Hi everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. It is of course my favorite time of the month, and that's sharing all of my monthly makes. I was quite a busy bee in the month of December, even though I don't have a ton of bras to show you today. So first up, I have 4 bras that I made for bra builders that were all of their December or Christmas holiday month kits, and I will pop up pictures of those here. So each of these bras have their own video, so I'm not going to go into detail on them today, but if you're interested in learning more about these Christmassy bras, I have linked up a playlist in the iCards where you can see all of the Bra Builders kit spotlights that I do. The next thing that I worked on in the month of December was actually a commission. So I've never done a commission before, and one of the reasons why I don't do commissions is that I don't particularly feel comfortable fitting other people. I just don't think that I could charge enough money to warrant the amount of effort that would go into fitting a bra. And one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and take this commission on is that they already had a pattern that fit really well. And so I didn't have to do any of that front-loaded work, which I think is too cumbersome for me to tackle on. It was really more of a question of just constructing the bras with the fabrics that they had chosen. So all of these bras were actually for a Christmas present, but before I shipped them off, I did take a short little video showing each of the bras, which I'm now going to insert here. So the first bra that I have on this commission is using this really lovely bamboo fabric. All of these bras are using Simplicity 8229, but I've tried to change up the cups so that none of them look exactly the same. So for this bra, I actually made it a faux seamless version. So you can see from the front here, there's no seams that are occurring on the exterior of the cup, but the interior of the cup, you can see I'm still using this 2-piece vertically seamed cup. So I made it out of foam and then covered the edges with some twill tape to make it really nice on the inside. And then when I had the stretchy bamboo fabric, I just stretched it over that foam cup that I had made. So it's a cut and sew foam cup, so you can make it into any size or shape that you want. That is the big problem I see with these pre-made molded foam cups, is that they come in the standard sizing. And so if your body shape is different in any way at all, then those preformed cups don't really work for you. So this is a way that you can make a cut and sew foam cup in exactly the size you want, and then stretch your exterior fabric over the top of it to get the, sort of appearance of a seamless cup. And I think it turned out quite well. And obviously, because this is stretchy fabric, I also was able to line the back band as well. So you have this print going along the entirety of the bra itself. So for this bra, I did make 2 pairs of undies, and all of these undies are using the Studio Costura Shop Bella panty pattern, just because the person who these are for has a high affinity for hipster style. So that was the only hipster pattern that I had in my repertoire. So the bottoms here, this one I've gone ahead and carried over that gold and olive theme from the bra down onto the panties themselves. So I did olive along the legs and gold along the waistband section here. There's not much to say about these. Like I said, they're just solid bamboo. They should be nice and comfortable and breathable. And then just for fun, I went ahead and made a second pair as well for this set. So again, using that same pattern, but I try to do it in a banded version. So I've used self fabric to band along the leg openings and the waist here. So in order to do this, I used a tutorial that's on Beverly Johnson's blog, and I can link it down in the description box below. But basically, you take off the seam allowances and the width of the bands from the actual pattern piece itself, and then you make the bands separately and sew them on. So it's a nice way to do underwear without any elastics and stuff like that, and it has a nice seamless, not seamless, obviously it's not the same, but a cohesive look where it's all one fabric. So I'm thinking that these should be fairly comfortable as well, and really nice and easy to put together. So that is the first set. The next set I made was called Buttercup, and it uses this really, really pretty lace, and then we have topaz materials and findings on the inside, all from Bra Builders. So for this one, I've tried to go with a darted cup because I wanted to have that sort of uninterrupted lace edge along the top of the cup here. So you can see I have a dart extending from down at the wire line, and then the dart ends about at that center of the flower point here. And I think it was really, really effective. I love how it gives you the nice round shaping. Of course, all of these bras are lined in cut and sew foam because that was the preference of the client. So
It gives you that nice round shape, but it allows you to have that smooth transition so that you don't have any seam lines cocking into the lace itself. So really, really happy with how this one turned out. So that's the outside. Of course, this one is a long line bra. Modified the pattern for that. And then I've gone with a 4x3 hook and eye on the back just to give a little bit more stability in that long line bra. And we can see on the inside here, this is all lined with micro duoplex in that same topaz color. So that is the bra. And then for underwear for this, I went with that same Studio Costura Bella panty pattern. I put the lace along here. I stretched it a little bit, and the lace does have some amount of mechanical stretch, so I ended up adding extra length to the back. That way, if it needed to stretch more, it could back here, and then this one is a little bit more stable just along that belly section right there. And then I've also lined the lace with the micro lycra as well, because we didn't want anything sheer on this. We wanted something that was fully opaque. So this is a new style of elastic for me I've never used before, but it basically sews on exactly like Pico elastic, and I like how it adds a nice delicate feminine touch onto these. And the last set on here is probably my favorite out of these, using this sort of light buttercup yellow micro duoplex and this Liberty lawn print on here. I think it turned out really well. So for this one, of course, this is a vertically seamed cup. I turned it into a 3-piece cup, so I maintained the vertical seam down here, but then I did one cup piece that stretches across the top neckline there, and that turned out really well. I really like how that looked. And of course, I worked really hard on getting my print placement correct so that I had nice symmetry and looking in the cups. So again, 8229 is the pattern, foam cup lined, but I did add that third piece on the outside. For all of these, I kept the same 2-piece foam cup on the inside because they're all the same cup pattern. It's just the outside cover of the bra that looks different. And so on the inside here, I've lined this with sheer cup lining just because that cotton is not the strongest thing in the world. The sheer cup lining will give it its strength and stability. And so that is the inside of this buttercup bra. And for the panties, again, I use that same hipster pattern, but for this one, I went with the little inset diamond triangle in there. Again, fussy cutting around on the fabric to make sure I had good pattern placement. And this one uses a nice, delicate, sweet little, I guess it's still a Pico elastic, but it's a lot thinner, used for panties, and I love how that turned out. I think it has like just a nice level of like femininity and perfect. So this is, I think, my favorite of the 3 sets that I made. So I hope that this person enjoys their Christmas present, and let's move on to the rest of the bras that I made this month. So with all of those 8 bras for other people out of the way, it didn't leave me a whole lot of time for sewing for myself, but I did get a couple done this month. So let's look at those. First up, I have another version of the Form Bralette. So this is a pattern from Bra to Be. You send in your measurements, and then she will send you back a custom fit pattern for yourself. So this is actually my 3rd form that I've made. This lace came from Beware. I think I purchased it about this time last year, and I decided to go ahead with the yellow straps because I liked how it pulled out the yellow in the lace of the bra. This is actually my 3rd version of this pattern. We've been making slight tweaks to it. For this one, we added a little bit more shaping up towards the bridge, so it curves up in this section here. I'm not entirely sure I like it. I think I prefer the version 2 of the pattern a little bit better, but you know, it's nice to try different ways to figure out what it is that you like. So this bralette is really nice and comfortable. One thing that I do like about the Form Bralette is it definitely gives you some shaping and some separation, which is something that you don't normally see in bralettes. So it's stretch lace on the outside and then micro mesh on the inside, and then just regular Pico elastic along the top edge and the bottom edge here. I went ahead and used a 2x2 hook and eye just because it was the one that matched the lace the best. So yeah, this is a nice little bra. As I said, I did like the version 2 just a little bit better, but certainly this one is wearable and one that I'm going to get a lot of use out in my lingerie wardrobe. So the next bra that I have to talk about was one that was featuring fabric that I received as part of the Tailor Made Collaboratory.
So for the month of December, I actually picked a bunch of different fabrics. So I did a couple of different bras for the TaylorMade Collaboratory, but this was the first one that I tackled using this absolutely gorgeous Matcha Bra tool. When I saw this listed on the site, I was immediately smitten with it. I needed that color, even though I have a couple other colors of green bra tool from her already. I needed this one, and I'm glad that I picked it up because I think it's already sold out. So it's a testament to how beautiful it is. So let's take a look at this bra. So for this bra, I did a lot of fun things with it, just playing around. The first thing I did is I made a new pattern for me to use. So I start all of my pattern manipulations with the Black Beauty bra from Emerald Erin. This one, I was trying to go for something that looked similar to the AFI Atelier Exquisite bra. So I've got 5 cut pieces here, all vertically seamed in. And I'm really enjoying how this turned out. This is the first time I've used this pattern manipulation in a bra. I did a test version of a single cup in some sheer cup lining just to make sure my assumptions were correct, and it looked pretty good, so I went ahead and just made the bra. So it's 2 layers of bra tulle, and the bra tulle is cut in opposing layers of stretch. So in one layer the stretch is going this way, and the other layer the stretch is going perpendicular to that, or at 90 degrees. So that's the 5-piece cup here. And then I decided I wanted something that was a little bit more like fantasy rococo sort of like inspired, so I added this really fun like sort of box pleat ruffle detail along the upper cup here. This is something that Emerald Erin showed in her Bra a Week challenge probably back in the beginning of the year, maybe January or February, and it's something that I wanted to try out. Obviously that means that this bra cannot be worn under clothing very stealthily because of this big ruffle, but I have enough bras in my collection that it's okay that I have a couple that aren't necessarily very practical. So I loved the little ruffle detail up on the top here, and then to finish it off, I've added a bunch of silk ribbons. So this giant silk ribbon in the front, as well as 2 more along the strap connection edge, and then really thrilled with how this one turned out. It's frivolous, it's, you know, patisserie, it's fun, it's just everything I wanted to do, and I was looking at trying to make just a fun bra, and really excited that I tried it out. And this is definitely a pattern manipulation that I'm going to go and try some further ones. I think for January, definitely have at least 1 bra planned using this pattern manipulation as well. So that's Matcha Bra tool on the center here. And then for all of the findings, I've gone ahead and used Fern from Bra Builders. Now this is Fern that I purchased last year in March, so I think the dyes have changed slightly since then. I think Fern is a little bit more muted of a color now, but it was absolutely perfect for this. The Fern that I have, I would say, is similar to like a Granny Smith apple green. It is really bright and vibrant and lovely, and I think it went with this matcha perfectly. So the next bra that I made, I was sort of getting into the Christmassy mood, and I just went through all of my lace, and I actually found this lace that I had purchased from the TaylorMade shop, and I had purchased it thinking, you know, it's just gonna make a fun like floral little bra, but then when I was looking at it through the lens of December, I was like, this is a Christmas lace. And so once I saw that, I absolutely had to make it. It had to be done in December. So let's take a look at that one. So for this bra, I've used the Boylston bra pattern from Orange Lingerie. I go back to this quite frequently. It's a nice pattern. I like it a lot. I have done foam cup lining in the cups of these just to give them a little bit more structure and stability. And then of course this lace is covering the cups, the bridge, and the cradle. So for this one, the flowers are quite big, and I had to think about, I wanted to at least get 2 flowers on the upper cup. So it did mean that I had to cut into my pink flowers just here in the center front so that I could get, you know, a little bit of the red and a little bit of the pink. And then what I decided to do, I looked around at a couple people's pictures using this lace, and Emerald Erin had done this thing where she used 2 pinks on the outside and then the red on the inside, and I thought it looked really cool, and I liked how it like centered the bra. It gave like a portion, most of the color just in the front and center. So I went ahead and decided to do that with the pink flowers on the cups and then just that red flower in the center bridge there. That sort of gives this portion of the bra a little bit more weight. So I like how that turned out. It is looking a little bit wrinkly. This lace itself, I've tried ironing it and I can't get the wrinkles out, but I think that if I wear the bra a couple times, that should smooth itself out. So that's all of the lace. And then I paired this one with Merlot findings from Bra Builders. I really loved this rich red color with the lace, and I think the combination of the red findings with the white lace is what gave me that sort of Christmassy feel. And you can see here on the inside of the bra all of the Merlot findings and how it really like ties it together and makes it stand out. On the foam cup itself, I have covered all of my seams with nylon seam tape. This nylon seam tape came from Bra Maker's Supply, and I think it really does give a nice look to cut and sew foam. I don't do it super often because I don't have a lot of the seam tape. I should eventually one day go in and just buy a bulk roll of it, because I do think it really cleans up the inside and gives it a really professional look. And then I finished the top edge of the foam cup with fold over elastic, and then the lace just sort of floats on top of that there, strategically tacked at the low points of the scallops to make sure that nothing shifts and moves out of the way. So quite like this bra. It definitely gives me Christmassy vibes, but I think it's not so Christmassy that I couldn't wear it for the rest of the year as well. Like, it doesn't feel too pigeonholed in. So I'm glad that I did get a chance to sew up this lace from the TaylorMade shop. So the next bra that I made was, again, another one of my TaylorMade collaboratory projects. And the lace for this bra came as the TaylorMade collaboratory, and everything else is just stuff that I had in my stash. So for this bra, I've used the Grace pattern from Annie and Myra. I picked this up last month and I've really been enjoying it. So for this particular bra, I used a hack that Jeannie showed on her Instagram feed of, I think she calls it the Natalie hack. And that way you have like the look of a balconette cup. It's a little bit lower and then a more airy upper cup, which I particularly like. This bra is quite full coverage, and there's certainly times when I like a full coverage bra, but I think just for me and my age that I like the lower neckline look just a little bit better. So this one I took a lot of time. I tried to make sure that this center seam that comes down in the cup, that I was getting 2 yellow flowers, so it looked very continuous going across here. I also split the bridge in half so that I could mirror that. So there is a seam running down the center here, which allows me to mirror that lace, so I get a little bit cooler of a design in the center front. And I did still maintain the seam. Let's see, there's a seam right here on the bridge, but I had, you know, straight pieces coming down here and then a straight piece on the bottom line here, which allowed me to have the delicate scalloped edge of the lace maintained on there, which is something I really, really enjoy doing. So this bra took a lot of times in terms of thinking about where stuff was going to end out and what it was going to look like. And I really enjoy doing stuff like that because this is the part of bra making that I find the most fun. One thing I'll point out is that I did sew this with white thread, and when I top stitched it, I didn't like how it showed up on the leaves. So I went back in with just Sharpie marker and just colored the thread that was on top of the leaves so that it was less noticeable from the front of the bra. The bra tool I'm using is Ivory Bra Tool. I believe this one came from the TaylorMade shop. The last of my Ivory Bra Tool, and then all of the findings I've dyed myself using honey mustard acid dye from Dharma Trading Company. So you do get this sort of like illusion upper cup piece with that sheer panel and the lower lace cups. And this is what it looks like from the inside. I am in love with this bra. I definitely love yellow as a colorway. I feel like you can never have too many yellow bras in your collection, and it's really hard to like feel down or sad when you have a yellow bra, and it just makes the day happier. So super happy to add this one to my collection, and I know that it's going to get a lot of wear in the coming year. So moving on, I have another bra tool bra to share with you. I've been really enjoying TaylorMade Shop's bra tool lately. She has so many colors available, and it's really high quality and firm. So I've purchased a lot of it, and I've tried to be making them as fast as I'm buying them because it's definitely a material that I've newly discovered and excited about using. So let's take a look at this bra. This one is using Mango Bra Tool from the TaylorMade shop, and I
I've had this in my collection for a couple of months now, just waiting to make it. And I know that yellow is not very seasonally appropriate, but I, of course, needed another yellow bra. So for this bra, it started off as the Black Beauty by Emerald Erin, and then I've done a 5-piece cup alteration. I will link a video up in the iCards above showing you how to do this pattern alteration because I think it's a lot of fun, and it definitely changes up the Black Beauty bra pattern so that you get a completely different look. So it's 5 pieces. You have a seamed in power bar, so the power bar is integral to the cup. It's not free floating on the outside. An upper cup piece, and then 3 more lower cup pieces. I love this bra a lot. So one other thing that I did that's a little bit different is I also pulled up the straps that typically go on the Boylston bra from Orange Lingerie. I just wanted to make the straps a little bit beefier, and so I liked the idea of using this bra tool. Fabric straps that come up to at least the shoulder portion and then switch over to the regular bra strap elastic on the back. The findings for this are also honey mustard acid dye from Dharma Trading Company, except for this one, I've dyed them at a lot lower percentage. So normally I dye my elastics at 1% weight of goods. This one I've dyed at 0.25%, so 0.25%, to get a little bit lighter, brighter of a yellow, and it worked out really well. I thought it was a pretty good match for the bra tool, and I did have to go back and dye up some more because I decided I wanted to make matching bottoms to go with this bra. So that is the top. And then for the bottom, I tried to do some experiments that were not very successful. I don't really love these bottoms, so I think I'm going to get rid of them and just make a pair of plain bottoms that go with this bra. So what I've done on the front is a panel of mirror satin, and then I've sort of altered my Watson bikini to look a little bit different. So it has this like cutout detail and straps and overlays and stuff like that. I don't like how it looks. So I'm gonna go back and do a pair that's all done in micro mesh. And the micro mesh comes from the TaylorMade shop, and it's in mango as well. So I purchased this knowing it was going to match the bra tool, and I have enough of it left over that I couldn't just do a plain pair of panties using all of this mesh in the front and the back. And then of course I've bound everything with fold over elastic that I've dyed as well using that 0.25% of honey mustard dye. So it was an interesting experience. I always like to try new things out. They don't always work, and when they don't work, then I just chalk it up to learning and I move on. And then the last bra that I made in the month of December was my sort of big kahuna, and that was trying to make a bra that approximated the Dita Von Teese Madame X wireless bra. So I had seen this one online, and I'm in love with this bra, and I've always wanted to make one for myself. And after having done a couple months of inspired by projects, being inspired by other makers, I thought it was about time for me to flex my muscles a little bit more and be inspired by actual lingerie designer. So this bra, I do have a project log video already up on my channel, and I can link it in the iCards above if you're interested in learning a little bit more of the construction details and how I went about turning the Lexington bra from Orange Lingerie into something that looks like the Dita Von Teese Madame X bra. So a close-up of this one, you can see the main things that I've done in order to make this look more like the Dita Von Teese bra. I've done a panel of bra tool in the center front here that makes it look like it is completely open, as well as bringing that bra tool up into the top of the cup to make it look like that lace piece is just floating, and then you have the straps. I think in the original bra, or the original Dita Von Teese bra, there is no material here. It is straps that are free floating and lace that is free floating. But I think this is a good way to get a little bit more support and stability, and while maintaining that same look of floating straps. The lace for this bra came from Beware, and I purchased it a couple of months ago, and then everything else has been dyed myself. So I used Jacquard acid dye. I used a mixture of spruce and emerald in order to get this colorway. I had to do multiple dye lots because I didn't dye enough elastic, so you do see a little bit of difference in the bottom band versus the rest of it. But I think it turned out really, really well.
It definitely gives me the look that I was going for, and this is what it looks like from the back of the bra. As I had said, this is using the Lexington pattern from Orange Lingerie. It's one that I had just picked up. I don't particularly wear a lot of wireless bras, but this is one that I had been wanting to make for so long that I thought it was worth buying the pattern because it got me so close to what my inspiration is. So that is my version of the Dita Von Teese Madame X bra. Hope you guys have enjoyed a look at all of my makes for the month of December, and I'll see everyone next time. Take care.